Should you farm airdrops? It's a fantastic question to ask. You might put it down to this, friends. If you have a portfolio and you're from a second or third world country, you might be better off farming airdrops here and there because you can't actually work a wage fast enough to replace what someone from another first world country is going to do in terms of replenishing their savings account and DCA buying into crypto. But it's not so easy because there are airdrops that obviously people make a lot of money from, right? A lot of money in terms of if you have nothing. But the best thing to do, of course, is to buy the depression altcoins because in airdrops, friends, it's the same thing as everything else in terms of survivorship bias. And we only look at the one airdrop thing that wins and then you ignore the other 40 protocols that got their time, people wasted their time on. And you're also ignoring competition because, see, this is a famous stock market saying, friends, and I'll never forget this. It was some journal made, and I think it's from 1890s. That's right, right? I got it straight back, and so do you. Make sure you like, subscribe. In the 1890s, train stocks were the thing. So you know how we're buying shit coins right now? Yeah. Train stocks took over the world. Train stocks, everyone thought trains were going to be given, train carriages, to every single person out there. Retailers bought it. And the thing was, they were right about trains changing the world. I love trains! By the way, I've got to pump some music for trains out there. Shout out to all my baby doll trains out there. Right? Choo-choo. What ended up happening, though, there was an oversupply of the train stocks and competition came in. And then people realized, obviously, decades later, they go, oh, crap, you know, trains did change the world. It's just we bought too high. That was like depression back then, right? Now, here's the thing. The common theme to learn from these, and this happens in many, many different stock market sayings and cycles, is retailers, they underestimate the power of the competition. They can't see it. They think that whatever they're in, it's going to be the only thing. And they always miscalculate that there's going to be other copycats, other competition that dilute things away. And that's the same thing we're seeing now with people unable to see airdrops and restaking and staking this stuff. They think that, oh, the money's all going to come from me. No. More and more people have exponentially joined and diluted a lot of the pools. Why? Because, friends, there's a website, Airdrops.io, which basically is like the cheat code for everyone. And I'll just show it to you right now. Look at this, Airdrops.io. Like, you're not early, man. When there's a website just called Airdrops.io, friends, and it's literally just people going through every single one, and it gives you like instructions on what to do. Like, you know, right? Something bad's gonna happen. Now, what's bad mean? I mean, look, everyone still does okay, I guess, but you see, with these airdrops, the teams have learned and seen on stats, on Dune, all the analytics that once they give you the airdrop, people dump and leave. And, you know, the marketing was effective at the start. It's not effective now because everyone does the airdrop. So there's no difference anymore. You can't differentiate yourself. So the next step, what I believe will happen, and no one's done it yet, it's just that I am thinking steps ahead. I always got to think steps ahead, friend, right? The next thing they do is there's an airdrop with a twist. So they give you the airdrop and then there's hoops to jump through. So they might show you a ticker. They go, hey, your airdrop is $2,000. And you think, wow, I got $2,000. And then there's like a timer of 12 months. And you've got to complete these tasks in that time if you want your money. And the tasks include retweeting, sharing, joining a community. They're basically paying you to engage more. You can't just do these button presses here and there. And it kind of tries to filter out the scamming and the spamming, tries to. See these things? Now, no one's done it yet. Why haven't they done it yet? It's because all the airdroppers and the projects, they could not possibly foresee that there were going to be 150 competitors around them. But they can always change these things last second, okay? And I just want to show you how important it is to understand the dilution of this. Now, there's a friend here. I don't know if he's a real friend, Borg. I had him muted before. He might have said some like really weird things, but he goes, look, I'm just warning you about wasting your time for airdrops and the restaking stuff, because if you have ETH spending your money on here, because friends, it's nothing's free, right? It's either spending your time or you're just spending maybe your ETH as a currency you want to use. And I already did the maths showing you in earlier videos that if you deploy your ETH, if you had 10 Ethereum, you deploy your ETH into restaking and stuff, best case, you get 25% yield back. So you get 2.5 ETH back in like 12 to 24 months. Congratulations. But if you deployed that 10 ETH into a strong core altcoin, and I use Pulse Chain as an example, and it just did like a 825% gain to the target, you don't get 2.5 ETH. You make 82.5 ETH. So you made 33x return more. 33 times more compensation for your risk if you're able to take that risk and for it to pay off. And you don't even need to really to fulfill the destiny, friends. I mean, even if you get a 3x on that, you've still crushed it. They got 25% and you got a 3x. That's 12 times higher. Now, you got to be careful of the whole issue of the unicorn anchor biasing, right? Because we always anchor our minds to what's possible. And unfortunately, it makes us like think everything's going to happen that way. So for example, even in altcoins, right? We always say, well, oh, Bitcoin, recovered this much, therefore this altcoin is going to do it. Or, Amazon dropped 93% and then went up only, so we can do that too. Now, these are very, very dangerous because people always pick the unicorn best example and always say, oh, well, Doge went to 80 billion market cap, therefore our coin is cheap. It's great to be optimistic, but these are the narratives we just tell ourselves as like a type of cope. Now, this person, right, Borgie, is talking to me about the Gito airdrop. He says, the Gito gave you $18,000 if you staked one Solana for a couple of months. EigenLayer could easily do the same thing. Staking a few $100s is worth a large potential airdrop, so quit hating. You're like Alex Becker for Pulse Chain, only shitting your bags on Pulse. So this I found very entertaining because it could not be further from the truth. I mean, if you're doing these wastes of time, you have to know the most important thing, such as the ICO for EigenLayer already has these VC scum insiders. All right, look at this. They're just doing multiple raises. Okay, and were you allowed in, friends? Were you allowed in? What was that? Oh, you weren't? Thank you very much. All right. Now, on top of that, EigenLayer has paid all of the mainstream biggest crypto influencers. You've heard about it. Name a person you've heard of. They've gotten into the ICO. Golly gee, I wonder if any of this has anything to do with it. I wonder if your friend Sommi's video here from a year ago also could explain it. And if we peek inside, friends, I actually have my video right here. Look at this, 10 months ago. The crypto industry exposed. Beware of snakes and poop. And if you click on through, you'll actually see, here I am talking about, look, EigenLayer. See, interesting, right? Interesting. Are you wondering why you see EigenLayer all over scum influencers? The truth, they got given ICO funding round allocations. And now that it's finishing, they start promoting and shitting to prepare for their exit later on. Whoa, the foreshadowing. Golly gee, that was literally 10 months ago. Polishing poop, friends. See, this is the game. This is the very, very, very game. It's a very, very dirty game as well, because going through these, you get to see how it works. And you think, oh, wow, this thing's going to be big. Bad. Because you know it's going to be big. Most likely you heard that it's going to be big from other scum influencers. And you can deduce from that they have big insider allocations and that they also have a big voice and that they got paid to spread the information out to millions of people to also join in on the grift, and everyone's airdrop gets diluted. And unfortunately, you're basically wasting your time. Okay, you're not going to lose. It's just, friends, you do lose. Okay, think about it. Like, yeah, your US dollar value goes up, but you only, friends, this bull market could be over in 15 months. It could literally be over in the next 15 to 17 months, 1 to 1 year, 1.5 years. Okay, maybe it ends May or April 2025. You're not going to be saying to yourself, oh, wow, I had 10 ETH. Wow, I made 2.5 ETH. Woo! You're not going to be saying that. You're going to be looking at me with an 800% return on ETH, making posts saying, wow, it was so obvious. Why would anybody listen to the same grifters who talked about Satoshi EVM, right? Why would they listen to them when it comes to EigenLayer when they were clearly given the ICO allocations? Why? I mean, see, but I'm not going to gloat and kick you when you're down like that. But this is the truth of what's coming, friends, because these people don't know what's going on. Now, if you're listening out here and you got triggered, I hope I got triggered you enough to go make a change here, because you're acting like a little bitch. You're going to get wrecked. You're going to get grifted on all over again, okay? Because look, yeah, I used to think like you at the start too. I had a MakerDAO allocation. Guess what? No one gave a shit. You know what they started giving a shit about? Pikachu, Doge, Doggy Coins, Monkey JPEGs. It's not about the smartest or the strongest. It's about who can adapt. The market clearly is sending you a signal of what it wants for demand. Okay, now you got to think about, oh, but the market is demanding this. No, okay. You are feeding right into the trap. You're feeding yourself in. They basically opened up a trap. They go, hey, give us all your ETH. Now that it's in here, they are going to go get the markup on the coin. You don't have access to the coin. You've given your precious ETH away. You can't deploy it. Now you're going to get back your ETH with some yield, but like I said, the bull market might be over by then. And you're not going to feel so happy, are you? Okay, so in this example, right, I even say staking a few $100s, friends, you're not going to get shit. Honestly, do you honestly think after everything, Satoshi EVM, it's the same grifting influence, you honestly want to tell me that this thing with $1.1 billion committed, that they're going to give you this 18, they're not going to give you anywhere near GTO, friends. You're anchoring on the unicorn. Now, you can learn this the easy way or the hard way. I don't care, okay? Feel free, please. Go feed yourself to the wolves, okay? It makes it easier for me. The less smart people I have around, good. That's more food for me and my baby doll cult members. We're running around in our fluffy slippers, throwing green candles at animals in the wild and feeding off them. That's exactly what we want. Less competition. Just trying to throw you a bone here, okay? And just letting you know, these are traps. They go out and they appear. And you know, you want to know the biggest telling how you know they're traps? Because I'm the only guy, I'm the only man who's actually telling you that. No one else is telling you it's a trap. Not a single person, okay? Sounds a bit like complacency to me, right? Have you ever noticed that the biggest traps in crypto are the ones where everyone's kept their mouth shut? You ever noticed that? Maybe Satoshi EVM rings a bell where 250 grifter scum influencers got paid and there's been all these drama and issues with all these trusted smiling people, these reptilian lizard people throwing out their freaking reputations on the line to make a quick buck off you. So if you can't understand anything that's going on, well, like I said, the market's going to teach you. You can either learn this the easy way or the hard way. Some of you like it hard. It's a family-friendly show. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.